Let's dive into the most jaw-dropping, top-trending WWE news picks that are guaranteed to blow your mind, including The Rock threatens Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton finally breaks silence on Vince McMahon's lawsuit, Triple H finally breaks silence on Cody Rhodes smashing his throne at AEW Double or Nothing, WWE's views on Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley secretly kicked out of the Judgment Day, AEW angry over CM Punk, The Rock sends a message to Cody Rhodes and his little girlfriends Seth Rollins, and more. Let's dive right into it. First up, Randy Orton finally breaks silence on Vince McMahon's lawsuit. WWE superstar Randy Orton has commented on allegations against former CEO Vince McMahon. McMahon faced a lawsuit from ex-WWE employee Janelle Grant, leading to his resignation from TKO Group Holdings due to accusations of sexual assault and sex trafficking. Various WWE veterans and superstars have weighed in on the lawsuit. Orton, who took an 18-month hiatus due to injury in 2022, discussed McMahon's involvement in WWE and expressed disappointment over the misconduct allegations during an interview with Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated. He acknowledged McMahon's influence on his career but expressed dismay over the reported misconduct by McMahon and other WWE executives. "I've got to say this, I wouldn't be where I am without Vince McMahon taking a chance on me a handful of times. I would not be where I am today without Vince McMahon. But I'm reading this. What you've seen and read, I've seen and read. As far as commenting on that, it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart." Randy Orton on how his injury affected his relationship with his kids. During the interview, Orton discussed the difficulties his back injury posed for spending time with his children. He shared a touching Halloween trick-or-treat experience with his kids, describing how he had to take breaks because of his persistent injury. "Before I left, May 2022, I got to the point where Riddle had done everything he could for me as a tag partner. I could barely stand for a long amount of time. Taking my kids trick-or-treating that Halloween, I would have to sit in between the houses because I just couldn't be on my feet that long." Randy Orton is scheduled to compete against WWE superstars Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley in the upcoming traditional six-man Elimination Chamber match. What are your thoughts on Orton addressing the allegations against Vince McMahon? Share your opinions in the comments below. Next up, Triple H finally breaks silence on Cody Rhodes smashing his throne at AEW Double or Nothing. Triple H has addressed Cody Rhodes smashing a throne at AEW Double or Nothing 2019, which was a jab at Triple H's iconic entrances involving thrones. At the event, Cody, facing his brother Dustin Rhodes, symbolically destroyed a throne with a sledgehammer, alluding to Triple H. Triple H and Rhea Ripley discuss Elimination Chamber 2024 on Alan and Carly. When asked about Cody Rhodes' gesture in 2019, Triple H responded during the interview, "I laughed about it then. People make that stuff out to be so much more than it is. If I was in his shoes, I'd have done the same thing. And it's one of the things that I love about Cody is I watched Cody go from being a kid in this business, and I don't mean that as disrespectful. He's literally a kid." Triple H continued, "His dad was in some way a mentor to me. We started NXT together. He was a big part of that system. I learned a lot from Dusty and sort of sitting under his learning tree as well. We had a wonderful partnership. And to see him grow from literally this kid to coming in, trying to find his way in the business and come out of his dad's shadow, which was monumental, then gambling on himself to go find himself and find who he was." WWE's views on Cody Rhodes. Cody's star power was evident early in his second WWE run, where he was portrayed as a dominant force for nearly a year until his defeat by Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. Following this, Cody engaged in a lengthy feud with Brock Lesnar, ultimately emerging victorious over the Beast incarnate. He later won the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match, earning the opportunity to challenge Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Share your thoughts on Triple H's reaction to Cody Rhodes smashing the throne in the comments below. Next up, John Cena claims he's never taken steroids. John Cena, now a part-time WWE superstar, receives a warm reception from the WWE Universe each time he returns. Despite his reduced schedule, he is admired for his in-ring skills and physique. While Cena, 46, has consistently maintained his fitness regimen, he is now receiving notable recognition for his appearance. During a recent appearance on The Howard Stern Show, the 16-time world champion addressed the controversial topic of steroids and performance-enhancing drugs in wrestling, acknowledging their presence in the sport. "The profession calls for it. Yeah, you gotta lift folks and throw them," Cena said. Stern pressed Cena further on if he was natural or not. Cena reiterated his position on the matter, declaring that he is clean. Still, Cena said. The king of all media discussed the potential influence of performance-enhancing drugs on the face that runs the place's physique. Cena joined the conversation, emphasizing the risks associated with such substances. "There's risk-reward there. You know, if you hit the gas pedal too early, you can get a lot of bad stuff happen long-term," Cena said. The former doctor of thugonomics has not wrestled since losing to Solo Sikoa at Crown Jewel 2023 on November 4. It remains to be seen when Cena will be back and if he will work WrestleMania 40. What is John Cena doing while away from WWE? John Cena, balancing Hollywood projects with his part-time WWE career, revealed his recent exploration of meditation during an appearance on The Howard Stern Show. He emphasized his commitment to remaining drug-free, including steroids and other performance-enhancing substances. Cena also discussed his personal experience with meditation. Like you said, I know it's important. I love it. It's kind of like my meditation. It's a place that I have to be present, or else you're gonna get hurt. So being present and exerting yourself physically, I just feel less stressed when I leave. Like I don't worry about anything while I'm in there except what I'm doing. And then I ended up leaving calmer and in a better place. And when I walked in, Cena said. The potential WWE Hall of Famer was questioned about whether he received guidance on steroid use in his early career. Not really. I've been 225 pounds since I was 17 years old. Cena credited his physique to years of dedicated weightlifting. I started lifting at 13. And I guess that's why I never needed steroids, he said. John Cena's participation in WrestleMania 40 remains uncertain, with indications suggesting he might miss this year's event. His most recent WrestleMania match resulted in a loss to then United States champion Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39. Where would you place Cena among the all-time greats? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Following up, Shayna Baszler offended by not being part of a new WWE show. Shayna Baszler recently shared her thoughts on the new reality series Love and WWE, featuring Bianca Belair and Montez Ford. The show follows the lives of the couple, who married in 2018 and are prominent figures in the WWE roster. Baszler, a former women's tag team champion, humorously expressed her disappointment at not being invited to participate in the show during an interview with Sportskeeda's Emily May. It's kinda crazy. You know, I've been on a reality show or two myself, so it would be interesting to see the similarities. You know, I'm a little offended that I wasn't invited to go do something fun, to be honest. But we will see, we will see. Maybe I will pop in there this season. You gotta tune in, I guess. Rhea Ripley secretly kicked out of the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley's presence in Judgment Day has noticeably declined recently, raising speculation that she might be gradually excluded from the faction by a certain member. Damian Priest, who has expressed aspirations to lead the group in the past, seems to be asserting his authority more prominently, especially since being named temporary leader for the War Games match. Ripley, who used to be in charge of the group, has been appearing less frequently with them, focusing more on her feuds and distancing herself from Dominic Mysterio, with whom she was previously closely associated. It appears that Priest is maneuvering to become the central figure of the faction, subtly sidelining Ripley and consolidating his influence. This strategic move may lead to Ripley's eventual expulsion from the group, catching her off guard when she realizes she's been replaced. Rhea Ripley's troubles heading into WrestleMania 40. Rhea Ripley faces a daunting challenge at the 2024 Elimination Chamber event as she confronts the formidable Nia Jax. Should she emerge victorious, she will then contend with the winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Amidst these trials, Ripley must also navigate potential tensions within the Judgment Day faction, where she risks being ousted. Despite needing allies, Ripley finds herself increasingly isolated within the group, adding to the complexity of her situation. AEW angry over CM Punk. Fans expressed discontent with an AEW star's recent jab at CM Punk's injury on Dynamite. Punk participated in the 2024 Royal Rumble to secure a main event spot at WrestleMania XL, but suffered a torn right triceps during the men's Royal Rumble match, leading to his absence from the show's shows this year. During the latest episode of AEW Dynamite, Wardlow made a remark about Punk's injury in a promo. Let's look at some of the people who have held the AEW World Championship. The best in the world, the real heavyweight champion. I beat it like nobody has in his entire career. His body's still falling apart for me. Wardlow's shot at Punk didn't sit well with a lot of fans on social media, with a lot of fans stating every AEW person is obsessed with WWE. WWE's WrestleMania XL plans for CM Punk. Punk recently spoke with Caroline Pierce of TNT Sports, discussing various topics including WWE's plans for him at WrestleMania XL before his injury. According to Punk, he was slated to headline WrestleMania if he hadn't been injured. You know, fingers crossed, yeah, I was going to headline WrestleMania. Obviously, no, I'm not. But you know, it's sports. It's what happens to athletes. Mentally, I think it's harder because the physical pain is whatever. But I look at it just like a bump in the road. This is an occupational hazard. It happens and I'll be back bigger and better. I'm a clumsy idiot. I tore my left triceps about 2 years ago, so the right one was jealous. Punk's long-standing aspiration to headline WrestleMania was nearly realized after more than a decade of anticipation. However, his abrupt injury dashed those hopes, requiring him to wait another year for another opportunity. The main event scene leading to WrestleMania XL is filled with anticipation. Cody Rhodes is set to face Roman Reigns in the headline match, with The Rock pledging support for Reigns. To balance the odds, Seth Rollins proposed Rhodes join forces with him, forming a shield against the bloodline. What are your thoughts on Wardlow's dig at CM Punk? Share your opinions in the comments section below. The Rock sends a message to Cody Rhodes and his little girlfriend Seth Rollins. Before Elimination Chamber, Perth, The Rock delivered a strong message to Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. During the WrestleMania XL kickoff press event, the Great One slapped Rhodes and nearly engaged in a brawl with him and Rollins. Subsequently, he aligned himself with the Bloodline, receiving the warm welcome from Roman Reigns. As Cody and Seth prepare to appear on the Grayson Waller effect at Elimination Chamber, Dwayne Johnson directed pointed remarks at them ahead of the premium live event. Here are his comments. Here's the bullshit that's happening now down in Australia. Cody Rhodes and his little girlfriend Seth Rollins are gonna go on the Waller effect. Here's the thing. I need you and this goof holding the camera, and this one holding the microphone over here. I need all of you guys to make sure that Perth knows there's some bullshit happening. And if those guys meaning Cody and his little girlfriend Seth, if they start talking trash, let The Rock know. Tell The Rock. Because here's what's gonna happen. The Rock is gonna slap the pee out of both of them just like that. The Rock threatens Cody Rhodes. After aligning with the Bloodline, the WWE veteran aimed a verbal jab at Rhodes, vowing to ensure his defeat at WrestleMania XL. Whether the Bloodline repeats their past success in defeating Rhodes at Mania remains uncertain. Rollins offered to be Rhodes' ally presents a challenge for the Bloodline this time around. What are your thoughts on the Great One's ominous message to Rhodes and Rollins? Share your opinions in the comments below.